rescuing me when I was down and out. God, you picked me up when I was broken. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go! World that needs to know there's a living Jesus. We have a dying world, and guess what? We have the answer, we have the key, we have everything in here, but it is no good. We're just going to stay in these four walls because it needs to go into a dying world. Why would you, if you know to cure anything, don't hold on to it, don't be greedy with it, because the nation, the world, the people need to know about Jesus. Let's get serious, let's get uncomfortable, let's get out there, let's stand up. The song says, you split the sea. God has done the work, but don't sit there and just look at it, walk in 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 it. You split the sea, come on, let's go. this morning. What up, y'all? Nice to be a part of here. And I want you to throw around and give someone a love and a hug and say, welcome to Oasis Church tonight. Say, that means everyone get out of your seats. Let's go. Wow, we are getting good at this. Amen. We're going to keep trying this till we kind of get a bit. Is that right, Daryl? Amen. Put your hands up if you're excited to be in the house of God today. Come on, I'm excited. And we've got a young speaker who's going to be bring the fire.
Let's go.
What I love about this guy is one word that will describe him is faithfulness. Man. He fixes everything and anything in this house. You see those garden boxes outside? Well, he made those. Everything that you see in this house, he just does it. He's just got a heart. He sets all this up. Yeah, but I found him on the street, so yeah, got a place. I love you. I love you. You got a nice hat. Who's excited for some meat eggs and sausages up in here? Yeah, I can tell because I haven't seen some of y'all before, so amen.
Wow.
Amen. This morning we had an amazing speaker, and Auntie Odessa Pedro. Does anyone remember what she spoke about? Hey, that's good. What was that, Esther? She said what? Be still. Everyone say, be still. Everyone say, be still. Be still. I just want to read this. I felt like the Lord told me to read this, and I know we hear this all the time. Jeremiah 1, verse 5 says, as we're going into the season, we need more Christians to step up. As we're going into this festival season, we need more people shining the light of God. Don't go into your holes. We need people to stand up for Christ and show the world what that looks like. I texted one person today, and it just kind of broke me. I said to him, hey man, how are you? I missed you this morning. Actually, I missed you the last 2 Sundays. And I don't know where Christians get this mindset from, that they have to get perfect out there before they come inside the house of the Lord. That is absolutely wrong, man. The church is a hospital, man. The church is for the broken like you and I. Man, I text back and I said, hey, we're never going to get it right. We're never going to be perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect Christian apart from Jesus. But man, this is where we come. It's like iron sharpens iron. Man, and you know, hey man. And I text back and I said, hey, come as you are, not stay as you are. Amen. Let's break up that mindset. Man, especially this season, the word for me that keeps coming up is compromise. Don't compromise your faith for this world, man. Don't give it up. Keep on keeping on. Keep chasing. Before I formed you in the womb, this is God saying to Jeremiah, I knew you. Point to yourself and say, I knew you.
I knew you.
I knew myself. Amen. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet. He appointed Jeremiah as a prophet. But guess what? He's appointed you for something great. Not something small, something great. You know what the enemy's going to do? He's going to try and block your vision, man. Because he knows when you start stepping out for the Lord, you dangerous. Turn to the person and say, you dangerous. Watch this space. So, number 1, know that you are called by God. 2, you have got it, man. You've so got it. Be like Joshua, man. Step out, man. Have courage. Have faith, man. Amen. Hey, just go, That's all I wanted to say today, man. In the season, let's ask, man, let's do this. Don't go to the functions, go to the temple of the Jesus Christ, amen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give me a drum roll, bro. Let's see if you can. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got the one guy that wears this nice hat, that plays the piano, who's got brown new pants, black shoe polish. His name is Jason!
Amen. Before I get started, start us off with a prayer. This prayer, I saw a man in conference to it. His name is David Burton. And it's a short prayer, but it's a powerful prayer. So, bow our heads. Dear God, help me. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. I really do need this help. I need this help right now. And, as I was saying, Daryl, I'm not a preacher. It's not me. But you always remind me of Moses. And, I was told to go to see Pharaoh. These people out of Egypt. And it's like, I'll speak for you. Go with your brother, Aaron. And that kind of kept me like I wanted to call Daryl all week to tell him about me. I can't go, but that Moses thing was always in my head, so I was like, okay. So what I had prepared tonight is totally wasn't meant to be for tonight, but I had a word, and my word was don't let go of defeat. But when I stayed here during the 3 hours, God kind of said no. I want you to talk about something else, and the something else is my marriage, my testimony of my marriage. And I was like, okay. So the first 2 years of me and my wife's marriage, I made a living hell for her. Through lying, through lust, there's lots of strong in my eyes. So yeah, and I want to talk on how far we have come as a married couple. People think it's so easy, it's so black and white, but who can tell you, man, it's all colours, it's all, until you find God, then you find black and white. And so before I got married, I was in a relationship that wasn't all for us, and everything hit rock bottom. I thought, okay, I've been broken, so I'm going to go break everyone else that I meet. And when I moved to Wellington, I met a few girls before I met my wife, and I didn't really I said, it made me feel like it was special, like they were. Well, I was like, but then, Jasmine, me and Jasmine was never meant to happen. We were never meant to be married or anything. We were just friends. But then somehow I ended up meeting your whole family. So yeah, it as just another girl. But as the more we hung out, the more, I don't know, the more I could open up to her. And like, she would take the time to listen to what I have to say. Like, and I never kind of had that. Like, and I got kicked out of home, and I just met Jasmine, and she was like, "Oh, come stay with me." And I was like, "Okay, Jasmine's someone, good dad, good mum, someone family, good really do that." Then she was like, "Oh no, it's all good. My mum and dad said it's all good." So I moved there. Jasmine moved out of her bedroom, and she stayed in the lounge. And I'll go to sleep and I'll hear this knock. I was like, no, go away. You're dead. I'm kidding. But yeah, probably kill me after this one. So that happened. I moved to North Devon. Got a job, I felt good again, just to find my feet. Then I ended up having my own little place in Pomani, where I think Daryl came here a few times with Barney and others. So yeah, it was good memories, Bible studies. And then found out we're expecting Josie. And to me, because I already had a kid before I met Jasmine, and I said to myself that I didn't want to have another kid. I'm good for one. And then she got pregnant, and I was like, okay. And I knew once she got pregnant, you have to get married, like that's the Simon thing. I don't know why. But I knew I had to marry her. And then I was like, okay, I knew I had to marry her. And then, and I knew that the marriage wouldn't work out if I was still doing what I was doing. So, leading up to the wedding, in my head I was always repeating that once the ring goes on, everything else has to stop. Drinking, smoking, doing more real stuff. And after the wedding day, what I said to God was, Lord, I will give up all the real stuff if you help me with my marriage, because I really wanted it to succeed. I wanted it to stay strong. I didn't want it to like every other marriage that I have seen, because I come from a broken family. I didn't want that, and I've seen it through growing up, as we didn't have a father figure in our house. I was raised up by my grandmother, my aunties, so it was women, so I gave it up to the ladies. So then I got married, and that was my promise, that when I give up everything, Lord, and I'll be happy with my marriage. So I thought it was just smoking and drinking. Being in the world for so long, as a guy's mindset, when you're in a relationship or you're in the world, it's, I don't know, but for some reason, the people I hung around, my boys always used to say to me, it's alright to look, but it's not alright to touch. So then I grew up with that in my head, and that was one of the first things that the first year of our marriage, and it was lust. So in my head, I didn't know what lust was. So and every time she would call me out, she'd go, "Were you checking out that girl?" And I was like, No, what are you talking about? It's like, but I never knew why it was a big thing. Like, well, I didn't know until I was deep in my room or until like I heard my kids' voice to me and they were talking about it. I didn't, like, for me, I thought it was alright. Because growing up, I was always in my head that it's alright to look, but it's not right to touch. And coming here, like, those were the other stuff that I didn't know that I had to get rid of. And like, the second thing was lying. I was a real big liar to my wife. Like, she would ask me, and it was really hard for me to tell her the truth. Only because I didn't want her to get angry even more. So I thought, if I lie, maybe I'll cover up the anger that's gonna come afterwards. And every time I did lie, like, she'll get angry. So, and then when I did tell the truth, she'll get angry. So these are the things that I kind of needed to work on. And I was blessed with lying. And like the first 2 years, first year was like, oh, okay, so it's wrong. The second year was working on like, okay, how do why do I lust? Like, what triggers that? And I like what Phil said when he was up here and he talked about it, and he said his first year that he had to, in his head was fully like, not today sentence. And when you brought that up, I was sitting there, I was like, man, why didn't I do that? Like, like I was finding all these different, I was trying to think, oh man, how can I? But I knew that I promised, like my promise to God was if I give up the drinking and stuff, like He will break my marriage. So I stuck to that. And in the first 2 years, my wife, she always wanted to like get a divorce. She was like, I don't want to be with you anymore. You know, this is the truth. She didn't want to be with me. She was like, oh no, it's over. But and I was like, oh no. But I always knew in my head that like, if I didn't get back to the real things, that God will fix my marriage, that God will be there for me. And when I was going through all that, the first 2 years of our marriage, she kind of lost trust in me. She lost, I'll say love. She didn't, I wasn't too sure. And the third year of our marriage, I stopped lusting and lying, but she still didn't trust me, and that was always getting to me. I always remember, like, everywhere I went, she was like, where are you going? Where's your phone? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I'm not doing that anymore. And she goes, I don't trust you, and it always hurt me. And she never trusted me, but I had to remind myself what I put her through. And in my head, I was like, my promise to God, if I give up the worldly things, that He will hold my marriage. And there were times where I was like, I always wondered where God was. Like, because I'll get hard at times. And then I remember the verse that my grandma told us when we were little, kind of, she always said it. So we had a family prayer, and it was every evening. So we'll sing a hymn, and then we'll say scripture from the Bible, and it was always Psalms 23. And what I remember was, even though I walked through the valley of darkness, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. And that's kind of stuff for me. And I never wanted to, every time she would leave me, I always think of my daughter. Like, I never want to leave my daughter. Then, like, I'm going off track, but yes. I never would have made it if it wasn't for God. Like, my marriage would never made it if it wasn't for God. And I thank God that I kind of kept, or like, I was obedient to what I didn't fail on my promise I made to him. And that was hard. It was funny that my wife, when she came in, she asked me, she's like, oh, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, I'm talking about our marriage. She's like, oh, okay. So, it's funny how God will go through a problem with you, but He doesn't go around the problem. And I feel like me holding on, like I could have said, yeah, let's finish, it's done, you go, I will feel me. But I feel like somewhere deep down in God is saying, stay, go through, don't go around. And only this year where I would kind of like another level to our marriage. Married for 4 years, going into 5 next year. Yeah, 24, but man, feels like it's been forever. And like, I think if I didn't like stop lying and admitted to her that yeah, I did lust, I think I would never like broken something in me to, or for lust to leave me. I just want to say this, only those who can admit their troubles can know the joy of being rescued. And when I read that, I was like, oh man, imagine if I never told him like the truth, I would never know the feeling of being rescued, or like the feeling of being set free from lust and lying and to where my marriage is now. It's in a good place, but it can get better. Okay, just for advice for those who are thinking of getting married or in the early stages of marriage, be strong in God. Be strong. It doesn't matter who's married, if they can be bad. Deep in the world, I was deep in the world, they're better than me. And yeah, my advice would stay strong in God. Everything you do, like even when you get angry at her or him, don't turn to smoking or don't turn to drinking drugs. Don't yell. Like straight up, just remember God. Remember your promise, or if you have one. I always remember my promise, and it always grounded me. And yeah, that's sweet. Come on, you can do better than that. Yes. Yes. Jasmine, would you like a chance to respond? No, just kidding. Amazing. Amazing. Awesome, 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 awesome. See, as Jason was talking there, I was sitting there, and see, what I was getting from what he was saying is that they didn't just get married and then 4 years later, it was what we would see now. It took time. And they went through good seasons and bad seasons. But the testimony is that they are still standing here today, serving in the house of the Lord, running and taking and advancing the kingdom of heaven like they've never seen before. See, the fact that the enemy will try and throw so many curveballs and throw so much doubt and so much fear and say you shouldn't have done it and she's not the one and he's not the one and we'll try to play games in your mind, and it's because the enemy would see at an early stage the potential and the damage that these guys can do. And it reminds me of a story. There were 3 little pigs. I'm not implying that they're pigs. Not at all. Not at all. But there's a story. And there's 3 little pigs. And they all believe it's time for them to go. And they're 3 brothers, and they go out, and the first piggy builds his house, and he builds a house of straw. And he looks back and he says, man, I built it pretty quick and my house is pretty good. And he admires it. And the second brother, he builds his house of sticks. Now he doesn't build it as quick as the first brother, but he gets there eventually and builds his house of sticks, and he looks back and he says, man, that's great. But the last brother, he's not finished yet. He's still plowing away at building his house. And good things are happening and bad things are happening, but he's still building. He's building a house full of bricks. And while he's building his house, that's what happens. The big bad wolf comes in, he goes to the first brother. And he looks at this house of straw and he says, knock, knock, knock. Let me in. Or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. And the pig is on the inside, quite proud of what he's just built. And he says, not by the hairs of my chinny chin chin. So what does the wolf do? The wolf, he huffs and the wolf puffs and the wolf blows. The house comes tumbling down. So this pig runs to his brother and he says, the wolf is coming, it's coming. We've got to get inside. And the wolf sees his house full of sticks and he goes, okay. Knocks on the door and he says, let me in, or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. They said, not on the hairs of my chinny chin chin. They wolf puffs and the wolf huffs and the wolf blows and the house comes tumbling down. There's 2 brothers. And they run to the last brother who was just finished building the house. Who was not the quickest at building, was not the fastest at building, but he built it right. So by the time the wolf got to his house, he says, let me in, or I will huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house down. And the pigs are on the inside. Let me tell you something, when you build your life right, you're not only building it for yourself, you're building it for the ones around you. So it's not just this one pig in his house anymore. He's housing his 2 brothers, and they're in there, and the wolf goes, oh, I've seen this before. I've seen this family before. They don't know how to build. I just blew down their 2 brothers' house. This is going to be easy. And he knocks on the door and he says, let me in, or I'll huff and I will puff and I'll blow your house down. And the big brother's like, oh no you won't. I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, oh no you won't. So the wolf he huffs and the wolf he puffs and he blows. And the house doesn't move. He's like, let's try this again. He huffs and he puffs and the house, it does not move. So he tries to find another way. He goes and he crawls up and he sees the chimney, believing that that's his opening into your life. And what does the pig do? He's prepared. He boils water and he says, I know you're coming. I'm prepared for this season. The wolf comes down and he boils and he gets hurt. And what am I saying? The fastest builder is not always the best builder. The quickest builder is not always the best builder. The fastest person to build is not the strongest person. You've got to go through some pains. And you've got to go through some trials. And you've got to get a little bit, I'm hurt by that, but I'm learning by it. So when you go through a test and you have a moan, you put those together, that's your testimony. You can stand now and say, by the goodness of God, I am standing here today. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of
my life. It followed me when I was drunk in town. It followed me when I was high. But His goodness and His mercy, it followed me. I tell you what, and I'm going to dwell in the house of the Almighty forever and forever and forever and forever and ever and ever and ever. Man, something happens when you build right. When you build and you let God be the chief architect, and you say, God, everyone else is building a little bit quicker than me. Can we speed it up? And He's like, my son, my daughter, you have a story to tell. Just because you're in the storm doesn't mean I'm not there with you. But when you get through the storm, you will tell your story, and people will say, man, how did he get out of it? How did she get where she was today? Because she went through the storm and you found King Jesus right in the middle, saying, keep coming, my son. Keep coming, my daughter. Everybody stand, every eye closed, every head bowed in this place right now. Holy Spirit, would you come and do what only you can do in this place? Lord, we want to build something that has your imprint on it, Lord God. Lord, we do not want to go when you're not there, Lord God. We only want to do and only want to go, Lord Father, when you tell us to go, Lord God. Lord, if there are things in your life that are not being built by God, there are things in your life that are there and you know they're not of God. And maybe it's delaying the process of the building what God wants you to do. Maybe it's blocking your destiny. Maybe it's blocking your purpose, the call over your life. And you know that it has to go. And that's all of this place is what we're going to do. I just feel like, man, we've got to do this. Holy Spirit, would you come now? Holy Spirit, take over. Let's build right. Let's build the God way, not man's way. Right now, Lord God, we ask for your plans, Lord God, your purpose of every individual in this place, Lord Jesus. Lord, we ask, Lord Father, that you would give us, Lord Father, the map of the directions, Lord God, and we would be fearless, Lord God. We would just be ready to go, man. If you know that you need God to build something in your life that's kingdom made for such a time as this, I want you to do is just raise your hand right now all over this place, from the left to the right, from the front to the back. I see your hand, I see your hand, I see your hand, brother, I see your hand, my sister, I see your hand. Why would you gain the world and lose your soul? Why would you gain the world and lose your soul? It's time to build the kingdom. It's a time to advance the kingdom. There is no better time than now for such a time as this. I see your hand, brother. I see your hand all over this place. All over this place. Holy Spirit. This next part is what I want you to do. I'm going to ask you to be a little bit brave here. And if you raise your hand, I want you to come so we can lay hands on you, man, and we can pray with you. And Oasis, you know what to do right about now. As everybody starts to clap and make some noise and shout Jesus. In this place. Come and keep clapping. Make a joyful noise, Holy Spirit. Make a joyful noise, Holy Spirit. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. Holy Spirit. Maybe you haven't made a decision to follow King Jesus, and you're sitting there wondering what we are talking about, or who it is we are talking about. I wanted to tell you that this is my King, and he came for you. He came as man, and the Son of God became the Son of Man, so the sons of man could become the sons of God. And he came for me and you, and he went to this cross, and he carried his cross on Calvary, and he said in the book of John these words, "It is finished." See, I want to tell you that what you're facing, you shouldn't be facing it alone. Because my Jesus, he waits, and he's not going to push the door open and force himself in. He will wait. He will wait to be invited. But he wants to say, my daughter, you are fearfully, you are wonderfully made. My son, if you haven't made that decision and you would like to do that now, this is what I want you to do, man. I just want you to shoot your hand up real high in this place so I can see you. I see your hand, brother. I see your hand. If you haven't made that decision and you would like to do that now, well, all you got to do is put your hand up. I will see it and we will respond right now all over this place. All over this place. I see your hand, sister. I see your hand. I see your hand. God sees your hand. We see your hand. If you raised your hand, this is what I want to do. Would you make your way to the front? And what we would like to do is pray a prayer with you. A prayer that invites Jesus into your heart. If you raised your hand, I would like you to come up now. Everybody, you know what to do. Let's make some noise. Okay, what we'll do, we'll set the leader to the person who raised their hand. Please don't feel like you have to come forced to the front. You know, we can do this in private, but man, something happens when you make a decision to follow Jesus. One of our leaders is going to go and pray with somebody. This is what I want to do. I want everybody here, I want us to go into worship. I want us just to worship. And if you're at the front, I want you to lift your hands, because this is a universal sign of surrender. You surrender. And when you stand with your arms open, you're saying to God, I surrender what I came with, and I give it to you, dear God. I surrender it to you. So we're going to go into worship, and after that, we're going to get some prayer warriors out. And we are going to pray up a storm like never before. I want to tell you this. While we sit, the altar is still open. There is still time for you to come and make that decision.
So
right where you're standing. If you have family members that are not saved, I want you to close your eyes and start to pray. Start to pray that they will come to know Jesus. They will come to know the Savior. Doesn't matter where you are in this place, all over. I want you to pray. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.